I think elementary to middle school, I loved school. I really did. I loved to learn. I had good grades. I had really good grades. I was on the honor roll. I got like the Athenian Award in middle school, like social science awards. I was very, I was very heavily involved in school. I was a part of my mom's dance program. There was a bells program, English handbells, so I know how to play the English handbells. Um, I also was a part of stage crew, so lighting, tech. I was a part of that in middle school. So I was really involved in a lot of activities, and I loved going to school. I loved being with my friends, and at an early age, it was exciting. I think middle school was like really one of my most exciting times in my life. But I also was, acting out, smoking, drinking. When I would come home early in the morning, or when I would come home like the next day or the 2 other days, I would get in a lot of trouble. Me and my mom, we my how I dealt with our fights is I would basically kind of run away. She knew where I was going. I would go to like one of my few friends' house, like that was in the area, but I would walk there, and then she would call me, and I would just turn off my phone. So I put her through a lot. I know I did during my middle school years, because I would just avoid her and run away from my problems, basically. I actually got arrested for the first time at 12 years old. I think I was 12. Yeah, I was 12 years old. I got arrested for trespassing at Venice High School. And I remember I told my mom I was going to In-N-Out with my friends. Lied. Ended up hanging out with a boy, got arrested, and I remember my mom, she's out front, and then she sees the cop car, and I see her, and she's like, and she told me, I was like, please don't turn around, please don't turn around. Makes a U-turn. This is your daughter, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I got in so much trouble. She threatened to call my dad, and that's where I got mad at her even more. So I was like, why are you going to send me with someone that doesn't even want me? And yeah, that was a lot of our fights. Just, I did so many rebellious things at such a young age towards her out of spite, because I couldn't take, like I said, I couldn't take out my anger on the person that I really wanted to. And that was the first time I got arrested. I ended up getting arrested when I was 16 too, because I just wanted to be out on the streets and party and get involved in a lot of other stuff, gang stuff, and I just wanted to be out. When I went into ninth grade, I was attending Los Angeles County High School for the Arts, LOXA. I was a part of their dance program. And so how their departments work is they only accept 25, the most, students for the upcoming freshman year. And I was one of those 25, and there's usually like thousands of kids that audition every year. So I was lucky enough to be accepted into the LOXA dance department, class of 2018. And I loved LOXA. I really did. My academics were from like 8 to 12, and then from 1 to 4, that it was just all dance, 5 days a week. So I was so happy, and I felt so accomplished that I made it. But I still wanted to be at home with my friends that I grew up with. So not unfortunately, but I chose to make the decision to go back to my home school, Venice High, at the end of my freshman year. So for my sophomore year, I was going to start at Venice High. I was a part of the dance team at Venice High. And that's kind of when my life took a turn. And once I got to Venice High School and I got back to kicking it with my old friends, I was not as present in school. I ditched like every single day. I did not go to my classes. I only went to, I think, like PE. That was like the only thing I went to. And I was hanging out with older people too. So, and they had cars, the seniors had cars. So, you know what, if they were leaving, I wanted to leave too. So by the end of my sophomore year, or my first semester of sophomore year, I was I would have gotten kicked out of Venice High School if my mom didn't pull me out first. My grades were F F F F F C F F. Literally, those were my grades. I didn't even have. I don't even know what my GPA was. Probably like 1 point something. But it was literally all Fs and one C, and the C was in PE. So, and I was trying to go back to Loxa for the second semester of my sophomore year, but when I got there and I showed them my transcripts, they said, you're still a freshman. You're not even a sophomore. So that really broke my heart and my face was cracked. So that was my wake up call.